So yesterday, we drove towards Yosemite. Me and Marlene have been multiple times, but the kids actually have never been to Yosemite. They've been to like 150 plus national park units, something like 30-ish national parks. They've never been to Yosemite. It always feels like Yosemite is too crowded. We feel like Yosemite is like, oh, close. We'll just go another time. But then we started traveling internationally after Alaska. Yosemite kind of fell by the wayside. But now, today, we're making it happen. It's Tuesday. Hopefully it's less people, but it is third week of July. So we're in the middle of summer. Yesterday we left the coast. We drove towards the town of Groveland, the way into the Yosemite Valley from the north. We didn't want to go all the way in last night. We got here kind of late. So it was actually already dark by the time we got to the town of Groveland, which is a cool little town. Maybe about, hour and a half-ish outside of the national park gates. We found a spot in the national forest to pull over and spend the night. It was in the 60s when we got here around 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's barely 9 o'clock. Feels like it's already in the 80s. Today we're not going into Yosemite still. We're going to take a slower day and just kind of chill, plan our trip a little bit. We don't have any reservations. We chose to wing it. If we only can go into the park for the day and have to leave before the end of the day, so be it. The plan is to go to Tioga Pass. Drive over Tioga Pass over to 395. Tioga Pass just opened like 3 days ago. When we used to travel in the US, we were towing a 25-foot travel trailer. And when we switched to a smaller vehicle that would have been better for Tioga Pass, we went international. So I'm taking this opportunity while we're here with the four-wheel camper to explore a bit of the places that we haven't been before because of our size in the past. Toby?
Look at him.
Oh my God. What have you done?
What is now Yosemite National Park was the first wilderness area placed under federal protection in the United States back in 1864. That is 8 years before the very first national park, Yellowstone, was designated. The Yosemite Grant was signed into law by Abraham Lincoln, setting this large swath of the Sierra Nevadas for preservation. It officially became a national park 24 years later in 1890, making it the third of its kind in the country. Arguably one of the most beautiful places in the world, it is busy this time of year, especially in Yosemite Valley. Without campground reservations, we didn't even bother trying to get a spot inside the park. However, places like this one still exist just outside of the park. There aren't many, but if you look around the surrounding national forest areas, you can find free dispersed camping not too far away. This one is just a couple of miles from the Big Oak Flat entrance. Being outside of the national park boundaries, we're allowed to camp for free for up to 16 days by National Forest guidelines. We must stay at least 100 feet away from any natural water source and leave no trace. That means being self-contained, pack it in, and pack it out. That also means, unlike when I'm inside national park boundaries, here I'm legally allowed to fly the drone and get a bird's eye view of the area from above. We chose to park in the shade here to get some reprieve from the sun. Even at elevation, the heat can get a bit intense in the middle of the day. Even though we're only a couple of miles from the Big Oak Flat entrance, from here, we're still a nearly 45-minute drive to the Yosemite Valley. In theory, you could stay here, visit the park during the day, and come back at night. But it gets tedious doing all that driving every day. So our plan is to stay here for a couple of nights, and when we're ready to leave, drive into the park for the day, and leave via Tioga Pass to the east at the end of the day. That means we will have to get an early start.
It's pretty early. It's like 5:45. We're up and, well, I'm up. Marlene's up. The kids are not up. But we are gonna head into Yosemite this morning. We're just by the entrance. Not too far, probably about 20 miles from Yosemite Valley. This is a nice little boondocking spot. We spent a couple nights here, actually. We're gonna have to head in. Today's Thursday, so I didn't want to wait until Friday. I don't really want to hang out here any longer before we go into the park. So today's the day. Today we're going to go in Yosemite. I used to live about 2 hours away. That's where I went to high school. So anytime anybody would come visit, we would go to Yosemite. Marlene's been with me once, and maybe she's been in the past before that, but the kids have never been. It's one of these places where we kind of avoided it because of the crowds. Also pushed it back because it's in California. We feel like we can always go, but we've been traveling internationally for so long, we just didn't know when the next opportunity would be. So yeah, we're gonna go. We're going super early so we can go in there and find a reasonable place to park. Maybe take their buses around to go see different places. Hopefully get a spot with some kind of shade because it's pretty warm. But yeah, we gotta get packed up. We got mostly packed up last night. I took all the chairs and tables down, and now I just gotta do the last minute shuffling before we can get out of here. I got work to do, so we'll see you guys in a little bit once we get moving. $6:17. Not as early as we would have liked. But hopefully it's early enough. I just saw the sign on the side of the road that says 60 minutes from here. So that would have been during like a busy day. Cars are literally waiting all the way up to there and further. Because I think the other day when we came up here, I saw a sign on the side of the road that said 120 minutes. So yeah, we're still early enough. We're trying to get in there, beat the crowd, and also get the early morning light. Sun's gonna come over those mountains really soon now. I like to be parked somewhere. here early. Getting a selfie. Okay, here's the entrance. No, not yet. No, nobody's here yet. Alright, we'll pay when we leave. So when you come early, like this, rangers are not ready. So you just go in and then you pay when you leave. Look at the sun coming out.
Ah, my eyes.
There it is. 6:19, sun crawling over the mountains. Oh, wow. There's El Capitan in front of us. Get some gravy?
Yes.
Okay. Breakfast bundle is scrambled eggs, bacon or sausage, potatoes, and toast. Biscuit and gravy for you too? All of you? How's your breakfast?
Good.
What did you get?
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. And?
Hot cocoa that's too hot.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, make good idea. Mix a little milk in to cool it off. Careful, don't spill. Whoa, whoa! Please don't spill on me. Mine's almost done. That was country fried steak. Marlene's was a breakfast bundle. No, what? And we got coffee. Anybody want to be in charge of this camera?
Me. I said you be first.
Okay. This place really filled up. We got here. What time did we get here, Mila? Like 7 o'clock, and it's 10:30, and this place is completely filled up. It's a good thing that we came when we did. And even when we first got here, this place was already probably 80% full. Definitely show up here early. Show up here before 8 at the latest if you want to have less trouble finding a parking spot. But we're gonna go for a little tour around the valley. Half Dome right there. And this is the parking lot for Curry Village. Curry Village is kind of where all the big campgrounds are. And there's just a handful of RV parking spaces. But then there's a decent amount of regular car parking. So if you're in a van or something relatively small, you can still find regular parking. But if you're bigger like us, this van right there, that van really should just park in the regular space. But, you know, they got here early. They wanted to have a big spot, so they did. And honestly, we were probably small enough to fit in the small space too, but, you know, we're a little wider. Actually, a good bit wider than the van. So anyways, we're gonna hop on a free shuttle. We're gonna just ride it around until we see someplace cool, and we'll get off and see where it takes us.
How do you feel about this terrible event that we missed a possible shuttle?
I think it's okay because I think the shuttles are going like very frequently. So it's only a few minutes between each one. I think we'll be fine.
As you can see, he is very upset.
So upset.
Okay. Back to you, Channel 9.
I'm serious.
Luca, stop. Just
Standing room only on that shuttle. So full. Maybe we'll ride a shuttle to like the farthest end of the valley and then slowly make our way back. We're over here in Curry Village.
Yeah.
Mirror Lake is just to the end.
Yeah.
So if we want to ride all the way, this is the way we came.
Yeah.
We came on the South Side Drive. So maybe it goes to 1 and it takes you... We're at like near the end. Let's just hop on and then see where it takes us. The Valley Y shuttle. We're going to take it going west, which will take us to the Ahwahnee, through Yosemite Village, through all this area, Yosemite Falls, all the way back to El Cap, which is the way we came in, on the Merced River. And this will loop us all the way back in. So we'll just make a few stops and just see everything we can in the valley. The crowd at this stop has grown. There was nobody here when we first got here. And now there's a lot of people waiting, which means there may not be enough space on this bus that's coming. Hopefully there is.
You stole my hat, Mama.
Hopefully we get on this one, because it could be another 15-20 minutes for the next one. We have to wait. There she is. Well, I guess it's a he. El Capitan. Most photographed spot here in the park. Maybe Half Dome, Vernal Falls. Those are real popular, but this is El Capitan. Famous place for people to climb. Alex Honnold famously free soloed this rock a couple of years ago. There's somebody getting wedding photos taken right there. Good spot for that too. I don't think I see anybody up there climbing, do you? If you're taking the shuttle, this is stop number 8. It's called El Capitan Meadow. And you kind of dropped off at the west end of the valley here. This is pretty much as far as the shuttle goes. And then from here, we got to catch another shuttle to make our way back. So the way that the valley road is, it's one way. It goes west on the north side and goes east on the south side of the valley. Take your shoes off.
No, then I have to put on my socks again. And
Yeah?
my feet will be wet, so I can't put on my socks.
It'll dry pretty fast.
Nuh-uh.
It's pretty cold.
Give me a camera
Not
wet.
that bad.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's cold. I don't think, oh my god, something's catching me.
It's really cold. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's pretty cold now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's cold now.
when you got to the sun, it got cold.
When you're down to your knees, you feel that stinging sensation. You're not cold?
I'm cold. Where's the water coming from?
Coming from the top of the Sierra Nevada mountains.
How far is that?
Pretty close. We're in the middle of it. We're in a valley inside the Sierra Nevadas.
How about rate the water?
The water, I give it a 10 out of 10 for clarity. I give it a 4 out of 10 for comfort level of temperature. 12 out of 10 for refreshing.
100 out of 10 for frostbite.
100 out of 10 for lack of snakes.
It's really clear. Like, if it was a bit warmer, I'd swim in this thing forever.
On the right, and then on the left, you can split the difference. Sentinel Beach, or walk a quarter mile forward. On the left will be Swinging Bridge, and that'll take you over the river and into the backside of Yosemite Valley Lodge. Stop number 7.
Gives me the rhythm. Should I stay with you? I know. Should I stay for more? Should I stay with you? I know now.
After an exhausting day in Yosemite Valley, we're glad to make our way out of the valley and drive towards the Tioga Pass. The entire last week, this part of the park was mostly empty since no visitors could come across until the pass is open. As compared to popular trails accessible from the valley, this part of the park is far less populated.
I took a little mirror from your magic box.
Most people like us are just driving through. There are various hike-in campsites available by permit on this side of the park, but unfortunately the only campground was closed for renovations.
Will be like your smile on my soul. Should I stay with you? I know. Should I stay for more? Should I stay with you? I know now. Don't wanna leave anymore. I wanna be alone, loving life with you. I want to.
As we watch sunset behind Tuolumne Meadows, we will make our way over Tioga Pass in the dark and get down to the town of Lee Vining in the Eastern Sierra.
Slept here last night outside of the mobile gas mart, also known as the Wonelli Deli. For those of you who know where this is the intersection of Highway 395 and Highway 120.